Devin Haney, who was born in the colorful city of San Francisco, was destined for excellence from the beginning. He grew up in Oakland and lived there until he was 14 years old, when he and his father took a leap of faith and moved to the city of dreams, Las Vegas. And wow, was that a game changer! Haney entered the boxing ring at the age of 7, and the fans were immediately drawn to his undeveloped talent and aptitude. At the juvenile age of 14, he quickly became known for being the youngest member of the USA Junior National Boxing Team. Haney's amateur career was an up-and-down ride, but he never lost sight of his goal. He took bronze in a competition in Russia before winning gold in the Dominican Republic. With legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather Sr. as his trainer, Haney became a 7-time national champion, amassing a record of 130 wins and only 8 losses. Devin Haney's life is richer because of the people and connections he has made, in addition to his successful career as a professional boxer. Bill Haney Jr. and Sean Haney, 2 brothers and a younger sister, support the 22-year-old international sensation. Haney has undoubtedly experienced his fair share of highs and lows in relationships. Several of the most attractive and brilliant women in the entertainment business, including Blac Chyna, Chris Summers, Jania Jackson, and Liza Galore, have been connected to him. However, the lovely model and TV personality India Westbrooks is his current girlfriend. The boxing career of Devin Haney is legendary. A bout against the Filipino De La Torre was scheduled to launch his professional career. However, De La Torre had to cancel due to visa complications. The tenacious Haney, though, did not let that disappointment dissuade him. He knocked out Tolosani Endogini in a hard fight to start the new year off right. A few months later, Haney was back at it, completely outclassing Antonio Moran before stopping him in the 7th round. The victories just kept coming in. Haney defeated Zawa Abdullahev on September 13, 2019, to win the WBC interim lightweight title. When he was declared the WBC lightweight title in October of the same year, this led to him becoming the sport's youngest world champion ever. In November 2019, Haney faced Alfredo Santiago and won by unanimous decision in his first title defense. In June 2022, he created history by becoming the first boxer to win the undisputed lightweight title in the 4-belt era. He overcame the home crowd advantage of George Kambosos Jr. in Melbourne, Australia, to reach this achievement. On October 16th at Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena, Haney defeated George Kambosos yet again in a spectacular fight. Let's take a look at Haney's best fights.
Devin, the Dream, Haney!
In the ring, Devin Haney confirmed why he's considered the king of the lightweight division, as he totally outmatched George Kambosos Jr. in a unanimous decision victory, 119-109, 118-110, 118-110. Haney showcased his mastery in the sport, showcasing superior boxing skills, making on-the-spot adjustments, and finally delivering the power that many of his fans had eagerly been waiting for. Kambosos came out strong, switching stances in an attempt to throw Haney off balance, but it only took 2 rounds for Haney to understand Kambosos' rhythm and timing, and from then on, Haney was in full control. For the remaining 10 rounds, Haney fought mainly from the center of the ring, continuously delivering jabs, following up with power punches, and leaving Kambosos completely stumped and bewildered. Haney's relentless attack neutralized Kambosos' game plan, leading him to his 2nd consecutive loss against the Dream. With this win, Haney has a multitude of options ahead of him. He could move up to the 140-pound division, or stay at 135 and wait for fights against Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, or the highly acclaimed Vasily Lomachenko.
Champion of the world, Devin, the Dream.
Fans in Australia and the United States, where the highly awaited battle between Devin Haney and George Kambosos Jr. was broadcast during primetime television, enjoyed the thrilling spectacle. There was a lot of tension leading up to the bout, particularly regarding what would happen to Haney's father, who had been refused entry to the nation because of a 30-year-old drug conviction, but was given permission at the last minute. Haney entered the ring with a sense of invincibility, inspiring admiration in the crowd. He quickly established control with his incisive jab, forcing Kambosos Jr. back repeatedly and leaving him with visible wounds. The Australian appeared irritated as the bout went on because he was unable to strike any meaningful blows. Kambosos Jr.'s prospects of winning on points decreased as the rounds continued, and a knockout became more necessary. Nevertheless, Haney was in excellent condition, boxing gracefully and deftly stifling any chances for his opponent to score. Kambosos Jr. was in trouble by the halfway point of the battle, and Haney was in total command, showcasing his exceptional mobility, talent, and poise. Kambosos Jr.'s corner was in a frenzy as the fight reached its critical moments, desperately urging their fighter to unleash a barrage of combinations that would shake up the contest. However, as Kambosos Jr. ramped up the intensity, he stepped right into a blazing left hook that sent him reeling in the second-to-last round. This was swiftly followed by a pinpoint accuracy right hand. With the victory secured, Haney leisurely strolled around the ring in the final round, sauntering towards a triumph that seemed all too effortless in the end.
Alfredo Santiago.
Devin Haney defended his WBC lightweight title in the much-awaited 12-round championship fight against Alfredo Santiago at the Staples Center. Haney, a 20-year-old unbeaten champion, was anxious to establish his rightful place on top, and he succeeded in doing so by outclassing the budding Dominican Republic star. The youthful champion dominated for the majority of the contest, dropping Santiago in the 5th round and winning all 12 rounds according to the verdicts of the 3 judges. The judges Zachary Young, Alejandro Roshin, and Karen Holderfield all gave Haney the victory with scores of 120 to 107. As the final round drew near, it became obvious that Haney would easily prevail based on the scorecards, barring Santiago's ability to land a devastating blow, which never came. Haney was in charge for the majority of the fight, while Santiago had a few successful moments and landed a few solid blows. There were several memorable exchanges of blows throughout the fight, which brought the Staples Center audience to life. Santiago retaliated with 2 right hands in a 10-second stretch in the 9th round after Haney knocked him out in the 5th round with a left-right combination. Devin Haney ultimately prevailed decisively, successfully defending his WBC lightweight title and recording his 24th victory with 50 knockouts. Meanwhile, Santiago, who had a record of 12 victories and 4 knockouts, suffered his first loss as a professional. Wow, what a fight it was between Devin Haney and Joseph Diaz for the WBC Lightweight Championship. The stage was set at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas on Saturday night, and tensions were high as these 2 fighters stepped into the ring. From the get-go, Haney was on fire, utilizing his lightning-fast speed and 8-inch reach advantage to unleash a barrage of powerful punches and sharp combinations on Diaz. Haney was especially vicious with his body shots, relentlessly cracking Diaz in the ribs, even though some of his punches strayed low, earning him a few warnings from the ref. But Diaz wasn't going down without a fight. In the 4th round, he finally managed to close the distance on his elusive opponent and began trading heavy blows. Diaz was unloading overhand lefts that caught Haney on the chin and also started targeting Haney's body with his own powerful punches. However, every time Diaz seemed to be gaining ground, he couldn't maintain his momentum. Haney kept battling back with his well-timed combinations and high activity levels, ending the fight with a staggering 154 to 113 advantage in total punches landed. People have criticized Haney for his fights lacking excitement, but he proved them wrong with this match against Diaz. Haney knew that Diaz was just the opponent he needed to bring out a more thrilling side of himself, and he definitely delivered. 13th of September 2019. One of the biggest matches of the year, both for Haney and Abdullahev, went underway in the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden in New York. In the highly anticipated showdown between Devin Haney and Zaur Abdullahev, the first round was electrifying as Abdullahev came out swinging, trying to assert his dominance with jabs to the body. But Haney was a force to be reckoned with, countering with lightning-fast jabs and devastating combinations that left Abdullahev reeling. Haney seized the moment, utilizing his speed and reach to completely overpower Abdullahev in the opening round. Round 2 saw Haney ramping up the pressure, raining down jabs, right hands, and pulverizing left hooks to the body, leaving Abdullahev struggling to keep up. Haney's hand speed was a blur, and Abdullahev simply couldn't cope with the relentless barrage. In round 3, Abdullahev tried to push and gain momentum, throwing jabs in an attempt to take back control, but Haney was quick to counter, unleashing a flurry of punches that left Abdullahev overwhelmed by Haney's hand speed and raw power. Round 4 was a flashback of round 3, with Haney continuing his dominant performance, unleashing jabs, right uppercuts, and crushing left hooks, causing Abdullahev's nose to bleed profusely. Despite Abdullahev's valiant efforts to fight back, Haney's hand speed and accuracy were too much for him to handle. Sadly for the viewers, the fight was ended prematurely between rounds after Abdullahev suffered a broken cheekbone, resulting in a TKO victory for Haney in the 4th round. Fans were left disappointed as the highly anticipated bout was cut short, but Haney's dominant and thrilling performance left no doubt as to who was the clear winner.